Maya Ellis stood on the balcony of her Manhattan penthouse, the city skyline glittering like a promise kept. At 32, she was the poster child for success, a self-made tech mogul whose app, ConnectSphere, had revolutionized how people networked online. Her face graced Forbes covers, her name trended on X, and her bank account boasted numbers most could only dream of. Her husband, Ethan, was her rock, her college sweetheart, who'd supported her through late-night coding sessions and investor pitches. Their life was perfect, or so it seemed. Inside, the penthouse buzzed with laughter. Maya hosted a dinner party for her inner circle, investors, friends, and her COO, Lena, who'd been with her since the startup's scrappy days. Champagne flowed, and the conversation sparkled with talk of ConnectSphere's upcoming IPO. Maya raised a glass, her smile radiant. "To dreams that don't just stay dreams," she toasted. But as the night wore on, she noticed Ethan's absence. He'd slipped away to take a call, his face tight with something she couldn't place. Later, as she cleared plates, she found a crumpled note in his jacket pocket. "Pay up, or everyone knows." Her stomach twisted. Ethan was hiding something, but she brushed it off. Secrets didn't belong in their perfect world. The next morning, Maya sat in her sleek office, reviewing IPO documents. ConnectSphere was valued at $2 billion, and she was days away from ringing the bell at Nasdaq. But her mind kept drifting to the note. Ethan had been distant lately. Late nights at the office, vague excuses. She shook off the unease and focused on work. That afternoon, while searching for a contract in Ethan's home office, she found it, a locked drawer. Curiosity got the better of her. Using a paperclip, she pried it open and found a letter. Her hands trembled as she read, $500,000 by next week, or ConnectSphere's done. You know what I have on you. It was signed with a single initial, V. Maya's world tilted. Ethan was siphoning funds from her company. She'd noticed discrepancies in the books, but trusted his explanations. Now it was clear. He was in debt, and her empire was collateral. She confronted him that night, her voice shaking with betrayal. "Who's V, Ethan? What have you done?" He crumbled, confessing. In college, he'd gotten tangled with Victor Crane, a shady entrepreneur who'd loaned him money for a failed venture. Ethan thought it was behind him, but Victor had resurfaced, demanding repayment with interest and threatening to expose a fabricated scandal that could ruin Maya's reputation. "I was protecting you," Ethan pleaded. Maya's heart shattered. "Protecting me? You've been stealing from me?" The secret didn't stay secret. Within days, an anonymous tip hit the media. ConnectSphere CEO's husband embezzles millions. The stock plummeted. Investors bailed and Maya's inbox filled with hate mail. Her so-called friends distanced themselves and the headlines were merciless. From darling to disgraced, Maya Ellis's fall. Ethan packed a bag, promising to fix it by tracking down Victor. "I'll make this right," he said. But Maya didn't believe him. He left, and she was alone. Her penthouse now a hollow shell. The bank foreclosed on it, forcing her into a cramped Brooklyn apartment. Her reflection in the cracked bathroom mirror looked like a stranger. Hollow eyes, no trace of the woman who'd had it all. Lena, her loyal COO, showed up with coffee and tough love. "You're not done, Maya. You built this once, you can do it again." Lena's words sparked something, but the weight of betrayal and public humiliation was crushing. Maya spent nights scrolling X, reading the vitriol. "She deserved it," one post read. "Should have known her husband was a fraud." Surmentionary Bine. Weeks later, Maya found a USB drive Ethan had left behind. It contained emails between him and Victor Crane, now a rival tech CEO who'd been gunning for ConnectSphere's market share. The emails revealed Victor had orchestrated the debt, planting evidence to frame Ethan and tank Maya's company. It wasn't just personal, it was sabotage. Anger replaced despair. Maya called Lena and Raj her lead developer, who'd stuck by her despite the chaos. "We're taking Victor down," she said, her voice steady for the first time in weeks. They pored over the emails, uncovering Victor's shady deals, bribes, data breaches, and a plan to acquire ConnectSphere's assets at a fire sale. The trio worked in secret, hacking into Victor's servers, ethically, Raj insisted, to gather evidence. It was risky, Victor had connections, and Maya's reputation was already in tatters. But she was done being a victim. "He took everything," she told Lena. "Now I'm taking it back." The opportunity came at TechCon, a global conference where Victor was keynoting. Maya, Lena and Raj planned their move. Maya registered as a last-minute speaker, using her remaining clout to secure a slot. Her heart pounded as she stepped onto the stage, facing a sea of skeptical faces. Victor sat in the front row, smirking. "My name is Maya Ellis," she began, her voice clear. "You've read the headlines, you think you know my story, but here's the truth." She presented the evidence, screenshots, emails and recordings exposing Victor's scheme. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Victor's smirk vanished as security escorted him out. The internet exploded. #Maya Fights Back trended on X, and ConnectSphere's stock began to recover. Investors reached out, and Maya's phone buzzed with apologies from former friends. She ignored them. Her focus was on rebuilding, not revenge. 6 months later, Maya stood in a modest office in Brooklyn, the new headquarters of ConnectSphere 2.0. The company was smaller, but stronger, built on transparency and grit. She'd cut ties with Ethan, who'd disappeared after sending a vague apology. Maya didn't need him anymore. She started a mentorship program for young entrepreneurs, sharing her story of failure and resilience. "Success isn't about never falling," she told them. "It's about getting up when the world bets against you." As she looked out over the city, the skyline no longer felt like a promise. It was a challenge. And Maya Ellis was ready for it.